I can hear it in your voice. There's no conviction. I can see it in your eyes. Like, you don't even believe you when you say it out loud. And that's why I'm saying you'll never become debt free. This is just the truth. It's tough. Talking to myself personally, it took me getting sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was so mad, so angry, so frustrated with myself. That's what it took for me just to take the first step and start, right? And like I said, if you don't start, you'll never finish. Out of all the people I've spoken with, you know who's serious and who's not. The ones who say, oh, I want to get out of debt. Like, I want to get out of debt, versus the ones who say, I will get out of debt. Like, I'm going to become debt free. I don't know exactly when, but it's going to happen. Those are much different terms. Oh, it'd be nice to get out of debt. I want to be debt free one day. Or no, I'm going to become debt free, right? Do you hear that conviction? You have to believe yourself. And if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. The one thing about your debt free journey, it takes you reaching that breaking point, right? Something drastic has to happen. You have to reach that enough is enough moment. You have to get sick and tired of being sick and tired. You have to get angry, mad, frustrated, stressed out. Like, something very, very drastic has to happen in order for that change to happen for most of us. For most of us, I know some people can just pick it up and go, but for the very, very small amount of people, right? It's a small pool of people who ever even becomes debt free. When you think about it, it's a minority thing. I talk about this all the time. It's a minority thing, right? It's a small pool of people. It's not normal. It's not regular. It's very uncommon to be debt free or to even be good with money to begin with. But we're talking about your debt free journey. Like, what are you going to do today to make sure that you become debt free in the future? It's going to be very difficult. I want to say that again. And this is not to deter you or discourage you. This is just real. It's going to be hard. I feel like people never talk about exactly how tough it is. I try my best to articulate it through video, right? Documenting my process and talking about it, but it's tougher than a lot of people may think it is, right? It's really, really tough, but it requires a tougher version of you. The further along your debt-free journey you go, the tougher you get. The deeper you get into those trenches, the more you realize, like, okay, I'm ready for the battle. Because every day is a battle, but the overall thing is a war. You build calluses by going through this thing, and it hardens you to a degree. It hardens you to a degree until it becomes a normality for you, right? Years. We're talking about years of a process. That's not easy for anybody to do, especially if you're on a median to low income. If you're an average income earner trying to pay off a significant amount of debt, that's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. And this is why I'm here. This is why I show up every single day, because I want you to become debt free. I really want you. If you want to become debt free, I want that for you. If you want to become debt free, I want to see you become debt free so we can celebrate once you cross that finish line, because I know you can do it. I know for a fact you can do it. If I did it, I know anybody can do it. That's my whole messaging, right? I couldn't do anything right. I couldn't do anything right financially. Like, I made all the mistakes you can make. I had a significant amount of debt. It took me 4 years to pay off. We know my story, but we have to fine tune this and figure out how we can make it happen for you. It starts with you though. At the end of the day, I won't always be here. We'll have my catalog here for you to check in. And there's so many other YouTubers and other resources out there. Like, it took me stumbling upon Dave Ramsey and then venturing off into other creators and other finance professionals, taking notes from them and implementing things that they learned or that they taught in order for me to keep moving forward, because you do need to be motivated to keep pushing forward. And even when you're not motivated, you still have to push forward, because nothing works unless you do. You might need to work overtime. You might need to pick up extra shifts, right? You might need to get a second job. You might need to start a side hustle. You might need to start just a business in general outside of your 9 to 5. You might need to do something very drastic, because it was drastic measures that got you into debt in the first place. All the credit card spending, all the student loans, all the auto loans, all the personal loans, whatever your debt looks like, that was years of accumulation. That was years of just randomness. So it's gonna take you years to get out. Like, it took you years to get in there, and you've been in there for years, so it's gonna take you years to get out. I believe that's common sense. So what you need to do is fight back. That's all I'm asking you to do. Fight back, because it's not worth the stress. The stress that you feel from being in debt is no different than the stress you're gonna feel when you're trying to get out. Stress is stress, right? Stress is stress. There's no different. Like, stress is literally stress, right? So you just gotta figure out what stress you're willing to deal with. I can't stress enough how hard it is. So you gotta figure out or decide, make the decision on what difficulty you're going to deal with. It may take you years, but you just have to tell yourself right here, right now, I'm willing to put the years in. I'm willing to put 2, 3, 4, 5 years in, even, because because once you get on the other side of that debt, life is so much sweeter. That stress is gone. The stress is no more. You don't have to think about bill collectors calling your phone all the time. You don't have to think about late payments and overdrafts and all of the things that comes with mishandling your money in general, right? You don't have to deal with that stuff no more, because I know I don't. I'm able to do a lot more things, right? You're able to cash flow a lot more things, and it makes you more responsible. It actually makes you an overall better person. My debt-free journey transformed me in ways I never even thought possible. I never even considered being a financial educator. That's the crazy part, because I was doing my journey before I even came to YouTube. I was in the dark, unseen, unknown. Nobody knew who Q was online, because 2 years prior to getting on YouTube, I was doing the work. And it wasn't until I got 2 years in while I said, you know what? I'm helping myself. I know I can help other people. Let me document my journey. Let me share what I'm doing in order to help other people, in order to build that community, right? In order to inspire people. And I know if I inspire people, that energy is going to reflect right back. So now we're just an inspired community, right? That energy is infectious. That energy is the best energy to be around when you're on your journey. And I knew that I wouldn't always be motivated. I knew I wouldn't always be inspired, but I knew if I share my wins with other people would share their wins with me. That would re-energize me, and then I'll have more. It's like you're mirroring positivity. That's it. That's all. Like, that's the whole beautiful thing about community as a whole, which is why I'm big on the Q crew, because I'm out here. I'm trying to inspire people, and I want people to give me that same love in return, so that it's on an infinite inspiration glitch. It's a lot of people out there still in the trenches of their debt-free journey, and I know it ain't fun. I know it ain't easy, but I know it's possible. Do me a favor, in the comments, let me know where you are in your journey. Let me know the difficulties you face, and also let me know any type of wins you've experienced, because I know there's some wins going on. Y'all leave them in the comments all the time. So share some wins, share some losses, share some things you're gonna do differently moving forward, and let's continue to talk about it. Like this video if you like it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Also follow me on IG, Q Makes It Happen on Instagram. Go show your boy some love, and if you would like to become a member of the Q crew, click that join button down below. Join my accountability group where you'll get more one-on-one from me, exclusive content, and it's also a way to support the channel. I go by the name of Q, and like I always say, if Q can make it happen, you can make it happen. I'll let y'all next video.